We're making a decadent cherry chocolate smoothie that is high in protein with cottage cheese and protein powder. It has a hidden vegetable and is a satisfying blend of healthy fats, fiber, and protein. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. Now you're welcome to jot down these ingredients as we go along, or you can click on the link that's in the video description below. And that will take you to the full recipe with all the details, including nutrition facts, ingredients and substitutions, and frequently asked questions. Now to make this really easy smoothie, you will need a high-speed blender. And then we're going to start with our milk base, and you could use any milk that you like. I love using my almond milk that I make using my almond cow, which is as fresh as it gets, because all this has is almonds, a tiny bit of maple syrup, a little bit of vanilla, and a tiny bit of salt, and it tastes so good. And I did include a link in the description below if you'd like to check this out. So I'm going to start with half a cup of milk. Now for extra protein and creaminess, I'm going to add some cottage cheese. Now you could also use Greek yogurt, but Greek yogurt has more tang to it and is a little more sour, whereas the cottage cheese is a little more mild and not sour. So I like using it because I still get tons of extra protein, but I don't have to add as much sweetener to counterbalance the tartness. So I'm going to add 1/3 cup of cottage cheese. Now for the cherries, you could use any variety that you like, and I do recommend freezing them first. You could either buy them already frozen, or if you have fresh, you'll want to freeze them first. Because that way, as they go into your smoothie, they're kind of like adding ice cubes, and they keep your smoothie nice and thick without having to add more ice. So I'm going to add 1/2 cup of frozen cherries. Now I love trying to sneak in vegetables where no one can detect them, and frozen cauliflower works great in this smoothie because it's really subtle in flavor and it's easily overpowered by the cherries, the chocolate, and everything else. But it gives you a nice fiber and nutrition boost. So I'm adding 1/4 cup of frozen cauliflower. And then to bring in the chocolate flavor, I'm adding 1 scoop of chocolate protein powder. And this is our favorite because it's naturally sweetened, it's organic, and we love the flavor of it. But to make the chocolate flavor a little bit richer, I do like to add 1 additional tablespoon of cocoa powder. And for some healthy fats and flavor to keep you full longer, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of cashew butter, but you could also use almond butter or peanut butter if you like. Now you may or may not need this depending on the cherries that you use, but I'm going to add 1/2 tablespoon of some maple syrup. Now we simply screw on our lid, snap it into the base, and then blend it on high until it is nice and smooth. So in less than a minute, we have this gorgeous, and incredibly smelling cherry chocolate smoothie. All we have to do is pop in our straw and enjoy. That is delicious. That has a perfect balance of cherry and chocolate flavor with the perfect amount of sweetness. And I love the depth of flavor I get from that little bit of cashew butter, and it's just really creamy from the cottage cheese, which I would never detect was in there. Now, if you could use more healthy inspiration on a regular basis, I invite you to join my email list. All you have to do is click on the link in the video description below, and that is the best way for us to stay connected. And I want to thank you for joining me today in my kitchen. I have included the link to the full recipe, and it's in the video description below. And that will take you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I cannot wait to have you hang out with me again in my kitchen.